One skill I've been working on to build habits, save time, and improve in general is discipline. I think it can actually be categorized as a form of self love because it's doing something uncomfortable now so that your future you can have some extent of comfort in the long run. Doing that thing you should do when you don't feel like doing it so that one day you can do that thing you've always wanted to do when you want to do it. It could look like studying on days when you don't feel like so that one day you can get those good grades you've always wanted and pass that exam you've always wanted to pass when you want to pass it. And it could also look like going to the gym and working out on the days when you don't feel like it so that one day you can achieve that dream physique. Learning a language on the days when you don't really see the purpose, when you don't see why you do it, so that even if in future we may not know what you'll do with it, at least you'll still have that skill and a wider range of people to interact with, which you can put to use when the time comes. These days, discipline is a high value skill because when you have discipline, then you do what needs to be done. And when you do what needs to be done, plus the right attitude, you actually achieve your goals and you also grow as a person and gain confidence. So, how do we build this high value skill? Well, the first thing we need to understand, I'm sure you've heard it, is that discipline is a muscle, and the more you use it, the stronger it gets, and it'll beat motivation every time. You see, this is actually because motivation is temporary, and when you have a strong discipline muscle, then we don't have to rely on it anymore to work on the things that are important to us and what we want to achieve. And when we get it, then that's great, but when we don't, we still have discipline to keep us going. And the good thing is, the opportunities to use discipline are literally everywhere, and we can add on them too. This could look like working on your goals even when you're not seeing any progress. Like, yeah, I've been there. The even better thing is, when you're disciplined for long enough, then the process actually becomes really enjoyable because when you have a strong discipline muscle, then you do what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it, even on the days when you don't feel like it. And this builds consistency and momentum. And with that consistency and momentum, then you actually start to gain confidence and you start enjoying the process. And a good example of this is language learning. Because when I started learning a language, I still had that motivation you have when you start learning anything or start any goal. What I did was, after I learned a few phrases and a few sayings and all and letters and alphabet, I felt really proud of myself and I got somehow an ego, you go and write it, you go showing everyone what you know. Then when I noticed how much more I'm yet to learn and how much progress I'm still yet to make, I guess that hurt my ego, and subconsciously, procrastinating, I kind of slacked off for some weeks. I decided to stay disciplined with it. When the year ended, after like a few months, I could actually see some progress and that was actually motivating. So these days, language learning has become something so natural to me. Like if I don't do it, my day feels incomplete, just doesn't sit right with me. So it's become something I actually find really fun, and it's one of the, it's a really fun thing. I never struggle with that goal actually. So my point is, if you stay disciplined enough to see the progress, then you'll be motivated and you'll actually want to keep going. So do that thing you don't feel like doing so that future you can do that thing you've always wanted to do or have. Keep thriving, take action, see you in the next one. Double salute.